To all of our new listeners, aloha. The Resort Loop podcast starts now.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
To our new passengers, aloha and welcome aboard.
Hey everybody, welcome to ResortLoop.com, episode number 88. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar, and you still sound horrible, my friend.
I do sound horrible, and I don't feel all that great, but we're plugging through for the HolidayThon 2013. The final episode.
Gotta get this last one in.
That's right. Let's see, 88 miles an hour, back to the future. Not really Disney, but it's something.
Okay. Hey, can we give a special shout out to a good friend of the show,
yes.
Michael Perry, who has done an outstanding job with these opens for us.
They've been great. Fantastic.
Yeah, that was very nice of him to put those together. We're looking forward to some more great things from Michael. Thank you so much. He goes by at Interplanetary4 on the Twitter.
Give him a follow.
Absolutely. Good guy. And again, thanks for the opens. Strange how that all worked out, that he did those just as we were doing the marathon. That was very cool.
Awesome.
So if I may, Tim, since you can barely speak again.
Please. Thank you very much. Thanks for running with that ball.
So we decided that Happy New Year's, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Happy New Year. The first day. Wow.
It is.
To me, it still feels like December.
Doesn't it, though?
It does.
It does. I still have Christmas stuff up. I got to get down. But it is 2014, and make sure when you're writing those checks that you make sure they're 2014. But we decided, since this is the start of the new year, our second year of broadcasting, we just kind of wanted to review and go over what Tim and I thought was the top three best things that happened with the Disney company, and the top three worst things, in our opinion,
yes.
Our humble opinion. So, Tim, how do you want to start this? What would you like to do first?
I think we start off with the worst.
You want to go worst?
Yeah.
Why not? We'll finish the show on a high note.
That's what I was thinking.
I like that idea. All right, why don't you start us off? What would your number three worst part of 2013 for Disney be?
For me, I had to think about it a little bit. I came up with the ticket price differential for the one-day tickets.
Oh, yeah.
For the Magic Kingdom being a little bit higher than the other parks, just for the one day.
Yeah.
And that's not that it's awful. I just find it an odd precedent to set.
Yeah. I'll be honest, and jumping ahead, my number two was just higher ticket prices in general. Mm-hmm. I think they're reaching a point that is going to be unsustainable for just regular families. It's becoming very, very difficult, I think, for people to be able to go to the parks. And I'm not so sure that that's what Walt had envisioned.
Right. I agree.
So, and then, like you said, that two-tier system for the Magic Kingdom, that kind of started with the resorts, if you remember. They started the higher prices on the weekends.
Yes.
So,
and even before that, like if you want to stay in the Contemporary Tower, you could request the Magic Kingdom view. And you got it, you might not get it, but now you can guarantee it by, paying the extra.
Paying a lot more, right.
Yeah, so before it's kind of a nice little bonus if you're able to get it.
Right, yeah. So, I agree with you 100%. I think it's a bad precedent to set. What's going to be next? Buying more Fast Passes for your Fast Pass Plus band?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, so I think they're overreaching. My number three. This is going to get a lot of groans out there, and probably a groan from you as well. But my number three worst thing for Disney to do in 2013 was putting Starbucks in the Magic Kingdom.
Really?
Yeah, this was very tough. The whole thing was very tough. I think picking the top three, and the worst. It was very difficult. And I struggled with it, but I got to tell you, I don't like the fact that Starbucks is now in the parks. What's going to be next? Are we going to have McDonald's in, Future World over in Epcot? Where are we going to draw the line, I guess?
Yeah, I think the biggest issue was that it was on Main Street.
Right.
Yeah, had it been tucked somewhere else, I don't think it would have been as big of a deal. I don't hear an outcry with it over at Epcot right now, so...
Right. I mean, downtown Disney, I got no problem with that.
Right.
But the fact that it's on, Main Street in the Magic Kingdom, I was not happy about that. So, what would your number 2 worst be?
Number 2, and this is just a recent thing that I heard and I really wasn't a big fan, is that they're adjusting the Christmas processional at Epcot.
What?
They were taking out some of the more religious aspects.
Oh, yes.
And
I did hear that. Yeah.
Considering that's why everyone's there to hear the Christmas story, I didn't think it was necessary.
Yeah.
Probably had we done this,
we're headed.
Yeah. Had we probably done this in June, it wouldn't have been, at the top of my radar. But since we're just getting out of the Christmas season, it just kind of sticking in my craw, so to speak.
Yeah. I mean, we're politically correcting ourselves into nothingness, I guess. Nothing will be special anymore.
Right.
I just wonder how that's going to affect some of the big name stars that they get. Are they going to say, "Yeah, I'm not interested anymore"?
Maybe.
So I don't know. It could come back to haunt them. Who knows? All right, and I said my number 2 was the even higher ticket prices, pricing themselves out of the market to a certain extent. And I say that personally because we are working on vacation plans for this upcoming year, and it's just, oh my gosh, when you put it all together, it's getting pricey, my friend.
Yes.
What would your number 1 be?
I want you to go with your number 1 because I have a feeling we have the same one.
All right. My number 1, the worst thing for Disney in 2013. For me, it was a very difficult day, and that was the death of Diane Disney Miller.
Oh, yes.
And I struggled with that, knowing that she is the last child of Walt's. She was such a champion of making sure people knew her father as a man, as a good man. He, a lot of people, and I've heard this on other blogs and things, you've got, especially in Ohio, you've got Bob Evans, but we've got Bob Evans everywhere. Well, right. Bob Evans is a restaurant. But truly, Bob Evans is a man. He's a person. And she was afraid that was happening to her father, that people weren't realizing that there was a Walt Disney.
Absolutely.
And a lot of the young kids, my kids, your kids, they have grown up without knowing and seeing him on TV like we did. We got to see him. So when she passed away, that was a tough day for me. I was a little down about that. So for me, that was the worst of 2013 for the Disney company.
I always thought that she was kind of like keeping an eye on them, making sure they were doing what they should have been doing regarding her father,
Yeah.
I'm hoping there's still somebody there,
Right. And she was so instrumental in the whole Disney Family Museum, the Disney Theater in Los Angeles. I mean, she was very quiet. She was very personal or private person, but when she did go out and do things, she did the right things. I thought so.
Yeah,
that was tough for me, tough for the Disney community.
She was a great ambassador to. Sorry to see her, leave. Sorry to see her.
Yeah. Time stands still for no one.
That's right.
What would your number 1 worst for the company be?
I was going to say for this year, Lone Ranger. On a much lighter note.
Yeah. Well, see,
just because it was bad. I mean, it's not like John Carter. Actually, if you watched it, it was pretty good.
You know what? I haven't seen it.
It's not bad
because it got such little play.
Right. It wasn't marketed well. And the Lone Ranger, I don't know if it was marketed. It was just, that one's bad. So
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they can't all be gems. I mean, Cars 2.
Well, yeah,
that was. We had talked about that before, and that was pretty bad. So. All right. We're done being negative. Let's refill this glass to over half full.
Half full.
And what is your the best things that you thought came out of 2013 for Disney?
Well, number 3, just because it was fairly recent, but I love it. Did you see the WestJet Disney plane? I think we talked about this.
Yes.
They should have a fleet of those. I think that'd be excellent.
Oh my gosh, I love those things.
The way they painted on the outside and the upholstery on the inside.
Yeah.
It's like pimp my plane,
Yeah, I would fly a lot more if I could fly in one of those. Absolutely. Yeah, those are very, very cool. Nothing wrong with standing out in your yard looking up at an airplane and seeing Mickey go by.
Exactly. So. I know it's such a small thing in the whole Disney global thing, and it's actually WestJet, but still, I like it.
That's right. It's all marketing, man.
That's all it is.
I struggled with my number 3 best thing. I kept going back and forth between Alani and then the one that I eventually picked. I like Alani, but again, not a whole lot of people are going to get an opportunity to go there, especially us East Coasters. It's going to be tough to get all the way to Hawaii just to go to Alani. So I picked for my number 3, the best thing to happen in 2013 was the new Fantasyland expansion.
Oh, very nice.
It has been high time that Disney spend some money at the Magic Kingdom. And I think they did a fantastic job doing that. So I like that. I like that they did that.
I love it.
What is your number 2?
Number 2, I had to go back on this one a little bit. I'm going with, actually for the Animal Kingdom, the Avatar announcement.
Oh, you like that?
The more I look at it, and plus I have a feeling they're not playing all their cards right now. I think there's something still they haven't shown us.
Oh, without a doubt. I agree.
I mean, we got the Soarin' looking thing. We got the the cool looking boat thing. I think there's going to be something else that they're just not quite tipping their hat to yet.
Yeah. It's they're going to do it right. They're certainly not going to do it and have it fail.
No, like we've said, Joe Rohde's involved, and he's not blown it yet with anything. So
no, absolutely not. My number 2, I played around with the Avatar. But I ended up settling on, and I'm very excited about this. I think we've talked about this in the past, and I think I expressed how excited I was. But I'm going with the announcement of Disney Springs.
Oh, I had that on my radar. I did.
Yeah. I think it's just going to tie that whole West End, East End kind of thing all together where you won't have that weird separation anymore. It's time to get rid of the whole feel of the old Pleasure Island and all of that, and just let's recreate that to be all-encompassing.
Let it go and have a clean break and start with the new.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. I can't wait to see that come through.
I can see that. That's very cool. Like I said, it was on my radar, but I want to get my plane in there.
Got to get that plane in there. All right. Your number 1 best thing that's happened to Disney in 2013.
2013, I'm going on the film side of things again.
Uh-oh.
I know. I'm going Saving Mr. Banks.
Nice.
Just because it shows Disney embracing Walt Disney, the man who we talked about earlier, but Diane Disney Miller.
Absolutely. Very nice.
So I just like how they involved that, and I would love to see maybe more movies involving Disney history, and maybe, now get this, Tom Hanks as the old Walt Disney, and PH as a young Walt Disney.
Wow.
2 guys that love Disney, I think they could pull it off.
I think they could too. That is awesome. That is a great, not to mention the fact that there's some Academy Award talk for some of the actors.
Oh, yeah.
In that film. So
now I'll admit I haven't seen this film yet, but I've not heard a bad thing about it by anybody that loves Disney. So
yeah, I haven't seen it yet either, and I understand it has brought tears to men's eyes. It's that good. So very nice. I like that.
Oh, thank you.
I like that a lot. That's great.
And
I kind of went in the same direction as you.
Okay.
And mine was an acquisition.
Ooh,
indeed. I think, for me, the best news coming out of Disney in 2013 was when Disney bought Marvel. I think they did a phenomenal job. I think they have fired around over the bow of Universal. And I just, I think they have done a great job with every one of those films. And it's only pushed the Disney stock upward.
Absolutely. And here's the best part. I don't know if anybody knows this. The new Captain America movie was filmed a lot in Cleveland.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Which was kind of nice because all the explosions and everything, smoothed out the roads from the normal winter. So it helped us out a bit.
Well, they don't have to blow anything up. The potholes look like everything's been blown up anyway. So there you go. I don't know if everyone knows this, but if you watch very closely on the new Thor movie, there is a hidden Mickey in there.
Is there?
Yes, there is.
You're going to have to show this to me.
Yes, I will do that. You and I have a date for the movies.
Oh, my.
Not like that. It's
okay.
Can a couple of guys just go to the movies, for goodness sake?
Absolutely. I love it.
Right. We'll go see Saving Mr. Banks and then Thor.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely. So that is all I got, Tim.
Well, I think number one, we need to thank all our listeners for joining us for the ResortLoop.com HolidayThon 2013.
Absolutely. And on a personal note, and truly this comes from our hearts, Tim and I have talked about this. One of the best things to happen to us in 2013 was not just starting this podcast, this show.
Yes.
But meeting all of you guys and interacting with you on Twitter and Facebook and over on our website. It has truly been a pleasure, and an honor, and a joy for both of us.
Oh, yes, getting tweets and pictures from people who are watching the show, thinking of the show. It's been overwhelming.
We have a lot more friends.
Who'd have thought?
And didn't even know it.
Absolutely.
So, what a fantastic community the Disney community is.
Yes, thank you, everybody.
Absolutely.
Well, Bob, I think we need to make our way on to 2014.
Let's do it. I got to change all those checks I just wrote.
Oh, my gosh. I think we'll wrap it up, Bob. What do you think?
Sounds good to me, Tim. Thank you for a spectacular year, my friend.
And right back at you, buddy. And once again, you can find me on Twitter. I'm ResortLoop.Tim. We have the website, ResortLoop.com.
Yeah, I'm ResortLoop Bob on the Twitter and Facebook.com/ResortLoop. Don't forget to rate us on iTunes and send us those voicemails at, what is the number, Tim?
Area code 414.
WDW?
Loop.
Yeah, see, I only know the WDW part. That's why you got to do the other.
You forgot the word loop?
I'm tired.
Oh, my goodness.
It's been a long marathon.
It has been. Anyway, thanks, everybody, for listening. You've been listening to The Gateway to the Magic.
See you in 2014, everybody.
We still have several hours before midnight here in the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World, but already people from all over the world are celebrating the arrival of a brand new year.
Look at that.
As you can see, fireworks lighting the
That's
sky.
great. You know, Mother, I feel like sending up some fireworks myself. Sure, today they're bringing good things to life that weren't even dreamed of a generation ago.
Oh, speaking of good things, sounds like it's time for our omelet superb avec jambo.
See? Even sports enthusiastic about the future. All right, message. And yes, dear, you're right. Now is the time.
Why don't we all sing?
Now is the time. Now is the best time. Now is the best time of your life. Life is a prize. Live every minute. Open your eyes and watch how you win. Yesterday's memories may sparkle only. Tomorrow is still a dream. But here and now, you can change the world.
We hope you enjoyed your ride on the Carousel of Progress. Now, please gather your personal belongings, take small children by the hand, and exit through the same door as you entered. Thank you.